It was never in Covington County's V.O. Campbell's nature not to take a step forward, to lead when just a few would, or only one would. From his own farm to his county to his state, Campbell wanted to do what was right.
When you talking to farmers, then V.O., this was his life, and he wanted to see that everything was right and that the farmers got the benefit of the doubt on things.
Campbell was the voice of agriculture in Covington County even before there was a County Farm Bureau office.
The first I knew about Farm Bureau was a guy that was selling fertilizer and a few farm essentials out of an old warehouse. We had about an 8 by 10 office in the Mississippi Federated Co-op building. We didn't have a secretary, we just had a place to meet. And I was on the board at that time.
Things would change for Farm Bureau in Covington County, as well as for farming and ranching. Campbell was on the forefront for both.
I was at many meetings when I probably should have been at home working. But I knew early on that Farm Bureau was the lifeblood and the only connection between the farmer and the state government as well as federal government. Around 1990, poultry really began to take off in this county with the modern houses. And as a matter of fact, one of the first houses that were built on a modern scale was on this farm.
But just a few years later, contract poultry growers were threatened with mounds of regulations impossible for many to overcome. Campbell and McGee united contract poultry growers to speak up and push for better contracts and better wages.
We were kind of on top of it. We spent a lot of our time trying to resolve issues that were going on in the poultry industry, and we did. People don't realize how much time that we spent doing that.
Money was hard to come by, and we were about to allow ourselves to be governed by the legislature as far as contracts. And not only poultry, but the bills that were offered, it applied to all livestock. And we didn't think that was good.
Campbell also served on the Southeast Mississippi Economic Development Council, the Mississippi Water Board, and National Resource Conservation Service, all to help his fellow farmer.
That's what he's done for other farmers. He is a true farmer and a true Farm Bureau person.
Campbell says he couldn't do it as one man with one voice, but rather with the backing of Mississippi Agriculture and Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation.
Farm Bureau is the only link between the farmer and the people who govern you. And if you don't know what the people who are governing you, if you don't know what they're thinking, they don't know what you're thinking. Farm Bureau and the volunteers that make Farm Bureau work.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation Excellence in Leadership Award winner, V.O. Campbell.